Hi guys, I am here with Sharon Smith, who has become one of my best friends in the whole world, and she's become family over the last 5 years. And she started just like anybody else. Like, she made that jump and that leap of somehow calling, or did you email me first, or what was the call? And I answered somehow. But guys, she's been with me since the very, very beginning, and now over the last 4.5, 5 years basically, Sharon has lost over 120 pounds. And it is incredible, and that's one of the things that we're trying to highlight with this end-of-year transformation, these Lifetime Achievement Awards, is the fact that, like, it is not about a month, a couple months, a year. It is about the lifetime journey, and Sharon has been able to execute this more than anybody else. But in her opinion, she does this worse than anybody else. So the reason why we're here is, one, this is so out of her comfort zone. I think she just had a heart attack before we turned the camera on. We are always going to be our own worst critic. To Sharon, she still sees herself as the person 120 pounds ago, and everybody else who sees her, the first thing they say is, "Whoa, I can't believe how good you look." Somebody from her personal training group just left a few minutes ago and saw her for the first time in 6 weeks, and her jaw like dropped. And in the last 6 weeks, do you think you've made any progress?
No.
No, and that's the perfect answer of what I thought I was going to get. So this really, like, our relationship over the last couple of years has gone, I think, further than anybody else's, you know, as far as any other clients, just because of how much back and forth and how much Sharon's wanted to learn throughout the process too. She's actually asked questions, she pries, she learns more. She's one of the few people who takes notes at our seminars. So the first thing I'll start with is you have one banner that you always look to in this gym, and which one is it?
I won't quit.
Yes.
I won't quit.
Yeah, I won't quit. You know, it's one of those things that it's like you only lose if you quit. And she's continued to, just like anybody else, she has a great success and she'll gain a little bit. She'll have great success and she'll gain a little bit. And then there's ebbs and flows like everybody else, but she always gets back on track. And one of the biggest things that Sharon does that other people don't do is she sends a message, like an SOS, like, help, I need it. What do I do? And you've done that probably at least every couple months.
Yes.
For 5 years. As a male, asking for help is one of the hardest things we've ever done. As a female, I think it's probably even harder. That's one thing Sharon's done really well. What has been the thing that's kept you coming back?
Well, I started out working with Derek when you had the Slim Fit.
Just nutrition.
Food, just the nutritional part of it. And then he sent me a text one day. He started the boot camp. He says, I thought of you and I'd like for you, to join. So I went and I thought, oh my goodness, what am I getting myself into? And the first day, literally all we did was squat to the brick. I mean, for 30 minutes, squatting to the brick, standing up, squatting. And I was so sore all weekend. That was on a Friday.
Who starts on a Friday?
I couldn't move all weekend. And every time I sat down, I yelled Derek's name. And but I went back on Monday, so I think I started with one-on-one, and then his mom joined us. I mean, I couldn't even get down on the ground and get back up again.
How did you get on the ground the first time?
Derek.
And how did we get there?
He just took my hands and down we went. He said, just sit, just sit, just
Trust
sit.
fall.
And
it's just a nice little friendly push.
Yes, and that went on for a while, and then I got to the point where I could get down, but I couldn't get back up. So I would get down, and then every time we finished, he'd get me back up. Then I got to the point where I get up myself. Yeah, I mean, I'm still the slowest. I don't run, I don't jump. I just many things I don't do, but I do the best I can. And I come and I try.
You can do them. Yeah. We've worked around anything that we've needed to work around along the way. The key is she didn't talk herself out of it before she showed up, even though she probably does the whole drive here. But she shows up and trusts the process. And that's the one thing is, this is our job. This is what we do, is to find ways around any type of I guess limitations, I guess if you want to call it that way, of just like, how many of you have gotten on the ground in the last 5 years or 10 years or 20 years? That was something she probably didn't even realize she hadn't been able to do. And, so getting down, getting up and all that kind of stuff. And now her training partners call her the ab queen, because she's the first one done. She's the first one to do like the proper form. She's down and back up and all that stuff. So, something that was a small modification at the beginning has now turned into, a big success. But what's like your most memorable, I guess, thing that we've done as far as training?
Oh, there's so many, but there's one that just came to mind. This was back in the day when you were at the house.
Old location.
The old location outside, and he had these hurdles, and he said, you're going to go over this hurdle.
It was Halloween, right? 2013
yes,
or something?
And
Yeah.
I was petrified to get over this hurdle. I sit there and I cried. I just cried. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. But Derek, patient person that he is, he said, yes, you can. And he taught me through it. Well, the first time I got over and I fell on the ground, and he just sitting on the ground with me. And we just sat and
I forgot about that. We did.
And then I got back up and, you know.
That's right. She fell over a hurdle and we just sat on the ground. Was that the end of it, or did we do one more that day?
And we did one more after that.
Yeah, finish on a good note.
I didn't fall the second time.
We've pushed my vehicle before. We've
Yes.
pushed other vehicles before. We've dragged tires. Man, I can't even
It's
think.
amazing what he comes up with.
Yeah. Oh, we walked all the hills on the old location and did all that stuff. So, guys, you just have to show up. But that's the one thing Sharon's continuously done. Now, she was in Ohio for, 4 or 5 weeks this past summer. She was in Arizona with some stuff previous to that. So this hasn't been an easy year. Like, she's had stuff come up just like everybody else has. And, you know, not even just stuff, but like major life moments. But the one thing is she's always gone back to her and showed back up for her workouts when she's back in town. And there might have been setbacks, like you might have felt like you've fallen back a couple weeks, but within a day or two, right, you're back on track.
Well, you just have to. It's not easy. I'm going to say it's not easy to get, if you haven't been for a while and you come back, but you just keep coming and it gets there finally.
It really is.
Fine.
It doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back into it.
So there is one banner, and this is the one I thought she was going to mention, that we put up just because of her. But if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
I like that one too.
To lose 10 pounds is impossible for some people. To lose 20 pounds is impossible. But Sharon's done like the absolute impossible. Even her doctor asked, how did you do it? And doesn't want to believe that she's done it with sweat and exercise. But you repeated it, 4 times in a row or something? She's like, no, I sweat with this guy. And it was just like, to me, it was a proud papa moment, but like these doctors were like, no, you didn't. You know, and it's there's so many people looking for shortcuts, and this is the woman who's done it the right way, and she's done it the right way for 5+ years. Every time I am with her and somebody sees her for the first time in a while, like their face, their reaction is such a proud moment for me. She still doesn't see it yet, but maybe in like her 10-year video, maybe we'll have like a full body shot and she'll be like, yes, look at me. But guys, it doesn't have to be about vanity, and it hasn't been about vanity. It's been about health, and it's about lifestyle and function. And, you know, what if you would have fallen on the ground 5 years ago by yourself?
I was scared. I mean, when I was younger, I would get down and get up, that kind of stuff. But I mean, I lived up north. It was icy, snowy, and I kept thinking, what happens if I fall in this parking lot? If I fall on this sidewalk, I can't get back up.
Yeah.
That's just, you know.
And you were a young kid then too, right? How old are you, Sharon? Go ahead and say for the cameras.
68.
About to be 69 years old.
Yeah.
She's officially our oldest client right now. So if she can do it, if she can keep showing up, if she can get over the hurdles, pun and no pun intended, there's no excuse for anybody else. And I think that's the one thing I keep saying over and over to you, is that she gives me reason to not take any bullshit from anybody else, because if Sharon has put herself through everything and got herself out of her comfort zone and flipped over hurdles, this right here is way out. Like, she's for a week we've been trying to do this interview, but it really is. Like, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to trust the process and like lean on people for support, because this is my buddy right here. Yay. And we're always going to be there to help each other. We've been Christmases, Easters. I don't think we've done Thanksgivings yet together, but
yes, we have.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say
birthdays.
I'm thankful. Yeah. We've done birthdays, but it is, and it becomes family. We all become invested in the process. Other clients are invested in her process. My mom, we all like, you fall in love with the beautiful smile and those bright blue eyes. But it really is something amazing of what she's done. So use this as your motivation. Use Katie and use Jen Hall as your motivation. But this is what it's all about. It's about a healthier life. It's about maintaining for yourself and keep pushing on. If you quit, you lose. If you keep going back, no matter what form, what shape, whatever, you're still going to continue to make success. So thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Derek.
5 years together. 2017 Transformation of the Year, or 2016 Transformation of the Year, 2016 Lifetime Achievement. This is Miss Sharon Smith. See you guys.
Bye.